Aloha 4th grade. Today we'll be looking at my process video for architecture relief sculpture. Now that you have your sketch in Sketches, you're going to bring out your iPad and pull up the saved image of your sketch. Now you can reference the sketch that you did over your photo or just the sketch itself. I have my backing board, which is roughly 6 by 9 inches, and I'm also looking at what type of cardboard to be using. I'm trying to gather thick cardboard that I can peel off and create textures. I'm looking for thinner cardboard, and all of these are going to help create textures, layers, and eventually that depth. What I want to do first to help me with this project is I'm going to sketch out that outline of the Capitol. Then I'm going to cut it out and glue it to my backing board. This is just going to help push the building forward or away from that backboard. Once I've cut and glued this piece on my backing board, I'm going to re-examine the cardboard that I have with me. This could be cardboard that you have at home from boxes. It can be cardboard from toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. It can be cardboard that your teacher has brought for you on the cart or cardboard that you have brought from home. Make sure you're checking the thickness and possibly the different textures that can be created with this cardboard. I'm testing out a lot of the different cardboard to create shapes. Here I'm curving the cardboard to create columns, and I'm also going to lay my pieces on the iPad. This is going to help me map out the pieces I have and the layering. There's also texture with our cardboard. You can look at the thickness of a cardboard and peel off that thin paper layer, and you will find some great textures underneath. That thin paper layer can then be used for something else in your sculpture. I'm using a Sharpie, but you can always use a pencil to draw out the shapes. Notice I'm laying everything out before I fully commit to gluing it down on my board. Here I'm double checking my work by laying my pieces on the iPad over that Sketches image. Now, I'm not looking for perfect shapes, but just this generalization of the area. So remember, problem solve and think of what is going to work best for your piece. After taking a break, I came back to my relief sculpture. I'm ready to lay out the pieces on my backing board and start gluing it down. At my studio, I only have hot glue or special glue for certain materials. So in this demo, I'll be using hot glue. At home or in school, you can use Elmer's glue, glue stick, or if you have your own hot glue, feel free to use that. Remember, please make sure you press down your cardboard to make sure that all your pieces are sticking. There was one area that I really struggled to create, and that was that middle section or the balcony of the state capitol. After taking some time to think about how to create these layers, I decided to push forward that balcony. So I created a ledge that would be glued on the thin side of the cardboard, and the columns would rest underneath that piece. I slowly began to add more layers until I reached the railing. I'm pushing forward that railing by thinking of it as a sculpture instead of cardboard that needs to be glued on top of each other to make the depth that I need. Here I'm using the textured cardboard to create the railings. I'm continuing to place pieces on my board and reference my sketch. Sometimes I'll even put the pieces on my sketch to double check my work before I adhere the cardboard to my board. To finish this piece, I'll be looking at the dome. I also notice that my columns, there's some missing sections there. So I'm going to try to figure out what else I can add to make sure that it's a complete piece. So I decided to actually flip my cardboard so you see the thickness of it and glue it to the bottom of my columns. This gives my columns a nice base. And I wish I thought of this sooner, but you can always go back and fix your work. Once you are ready and your sculpture is finished, please clear off your area by throwing away any extra small pieces of cardboard and document your sculpture to turn it into canvas.